Let me quickly talk to you about how to get a Citizens Financial personal credit card. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about how to get approved for a Citizen Financial's high limit personal credit card with bad or fair credit. As step number one, you need to review Citizens. Both they have two credit cards, and you need to review those two credit cards. So I'm showing you on the screen right now that we have the page where the credit cards are listed. You can see on the screen, citizenbank.com/credit cards. But when it comes to Citizens Bank, you have two wonderful credit cards. You have two simple credit cards, unlimited possibilities. Okay, so selecting the right credit card shouldn't be complicated. That's why Citizens offers two simple options designed around your preferences, whatever they are. So whether you pay it off every month or carry a balance, they have a credit card with generous benefits and no annual fee, just right for you and full of possibilities. And we love that because sometimes you go to certain on the websites of some financial institutions and you have gazillions credit cards and people are confused. They really don't know which one to choose. But with Citizens, you only have two. First, you have the cashback, and then you have the low interest rates. So the cashback is called the Cashback Plus World MasterCard, and then the low interest rate is called the Clear Value MasterCard. Okay, so you need to familiarize yourself with those two institutions, with those two credit cards. Okay, and with the Cashback Plus World MasterCard, you will earn 1.8% cashback on everything you buy. Yes, everything. That means your earning potential and possibilities are unlimited, and you pay no annual or foreign transaction fees. Okay, that's why we call this credit card Cashback Plus, and at least that's how the Citizens calls it. And the thing, you also have savings and perks, you have security and protection, and you have convenience. The second card is called the Clear Value MasterCard, and this has a 0% intro APR on balance transfers for the first 18 billing cycles. Thereafter, a variable APR of $13.99 to $21.99% and no annual fee. This is fantastic. And it also has some security protection and convenience also. So those are the two credit cards you need to think about when thinking about Citizen Financials. So after actually familiarizing yourself with Citizens both credit cards, you need to actually check your credit score. And this is important, folks, because if you're saying that you want to get approved for a Citizen Financial personal credit card with a high or with a low or fair credit, you need to have you need to know your credit score. Let me ask you a question. What is your credit score? Do you even know why it matters? Don't give me the general answer. Oh yeah, I know it matters because that will help me get my Amex card approved or I'll get a good loan. No, checking your credit score goes way beyond that, because you're going to apply for a couple of loans or lines of credit in your life. And at each decision, during each process, you're going to have to pay attention to your credit score. But credit score is just one little criterion. What matters the most is liquidity. How much cash do you have? We have a lot of folks in this country who have filed for bankruptcy several times that were able to become billionaires. So the whole notion of, if I have bad credit, I can't really succeed financially, that's just wrong. Okay, so I want you to start right now by checking your credit score. It is important, but most importantly, I want you to solidify your financial situation. Okay, you can do a lot of stuff with your credit, that for sure. You can borrow, you can actually even rent. Yeah, you can get insurance, you can buy a house, you can do a lot of stuff. But you want to think also about, as you're building your credit, as you're trying to improve your credit, you're also thinking about saving. This is important. So the reason why I'm saying this is because as you're checking your credit score, you need to understand that certain things impact your credit score. For example, there's something called credit utilization. So balances you owe and how much of your available credit you're using. Okay. If your CUR, your credit utilization is high, your credit score is going to go low. So if you have some cash parked somewhere, you want to use that money. If you have some money saved, you want to use that money to pay down your debts so that your CUR will go down. So if your credit utilization ratio goes down, what will happen here is that your FICO will go up because those two elements are inversely correlated. When one goes up, the other goes down, and vice versa. So this is how you play the game. This is how you play the game. This is why you need to check your credit so you know exactly what's happening. What kind of if you have everything is cool, everything is correct, or if you have some inconsistencies or inaccuracies, you need to fight or dispute. The third thing I want you to do is to bank at Citizens. We have said this in this show and in this video and in other videos. The bottom line here is if you want to get a high limit personal credit card from Citizens or any other financial institution for that matter, and you happen to have bad or fair credit, you need to establish your relationship with the financial institution. Even if you have excellent credit, you want to bank with an institution where you are trying to get a loan or a credit card. And this just makes sense, okay? No bank is going to lend you a lot of cash. I'm not talking about a tiny amount. I'm not speaking about a 5,000 teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini loan. I'm speaking about a large amount, a large loan, a high limit credit card. If you want that, you need to establish your relationship. So when it comes to Citizens Bank, you have a series of accounts that you can consider. For example, they have checking accounts. So they have student checking. They have one deposit checking from Citizens. They have Citizens Quest checking. They have Citizens Wealth checking. So you have 4 options, and you can pick one of those 4. For savings accounts, they have one deposit savings from Citizens. They have Citizens Quest savings, and they have Citizens Wealth savings. You can pick one. For money market accounts, they have personal money market accounts. Personal money market, rather. They have Citizens Quest money markets. They have Citizens Wealth money market. For CDs, certificates of deposits, they have an online only 14-month CD. They have 10-month CD. They have 25-month CD. And they also offer IRA savings and CDs. IRA stands for individual retirement accounts. So this is a retirement tool. So you can open that also. And Citizens also offer. They also offers. What am I saying? They also offer overdraft protection. Okay. So this is something you can actually be interested in if you want to. My point here is, folks, the point I'm trying to make here is that Citizens Financial is a legit, solid financial institution, and they offer a constellation of products and services, a constellation of accounts that you need to grab. You need to grab at least 2 of those accounts. We call it here at the Sweetie Kiwi Show, we call it asset accounts in opposition to liability accounts, because a loan, a credit card balance, those are called liability accounts. So if you want the bank to look at you differently, especially if you have bad or fair credit, you want to have asset accounts. So go through the list I just gave you and pick 1 or 2 or 3 checking accounts. It can be 1 checking account, 1 savings account, 1 money market account, 1 CD, and that will boost your chances a lot of being approved for a high limit personal credit card from a Citizen Financial, especially if you have bad or fair credit. Speaking of boosting your chances of being approved for a high limit credit card, step number 4 rather, you need to do something very important. You need to explore Citizens loans. So besides credit cards, Citizens Financial also offers loans. So they have home loans. So you can buy a home, you can build a home. They can give you money. They can grant you a loan to refinance a mortgage. You also can get a home equity line of credit through Citizens Financial. They also offer student loans and refinancing. So for undergraduate studies, graduate studies, they also offer loans to parents when it comes to refinancing for students, for example. Also, they cover that and refinancing for parents. They also offer auto finance. So this is kind of good because they've been doing this for a while, by the way. They've been doing this for over 30 years now. So they have some kind of expertise and superior service when it comes to automotive lending. Step number 5, folks, you want to consider opening an investment account. So I've been talking to you about having CDs, checking accounts, savings accounts, all that kind of stuff. You can also consider opening an investment account. And this is part of the whole logic of opening asset accounts as opposed to liability accounts. Okay. So if you have some cash somewhere, let's say you just want to invest in the stock market, or you want to put some cash in whatever you want to do, reach out to Citizens Financial. Again, it's only if your goal is to get a high limit Citizens Financial personal credit card with bad or fair credit. So when it comes to investment accounts, they offer a whole suite of investment services. Okay, you will have you can contact a financial advisor from from Citizens Financial, not SunTrust. Okay, so Citizens Financials have a lot of services. They have Citizens Private Wealth, for example, for folks who are really rich, who have more than $3 million in investable assets. For customers with $100,000 to $3 million in investable assets, you can just contact a financial advisor from Citizens Securities. Okay, so when it comes to investment services, they will help you with everything from financial planning, tax planning, multifamily office, insurance and asset protection, retirement planning, banking and lending, trust and estate planning, investment advice, and charitable giving. Next, I want you to contact a Citizens loan rep and apply. So the whole idea here is to do what? The whole idea is to get a high limit Citizens credit card, personal credit card with bad or fair credit. That's the whole idea. And how do you strategize? So I've given you some steps so far, things that you need to do, right? First, you need to review both credit cards that are offered by the company. So you have the cash back and the low interest. So when you meet the loan rep, and it's better to actually do it at the branch or over the phone. By the way, let me ask you, do you currently bank with Citizens? This is a big decision time. Do you currently bank with them? Or are you in an area where they are available? Right? And if you answer yes to one of those questions, then you really don't need a lot of help. But if you answer no, but you want to get their credit cards, maybe now is time to actually think about it. Think about meeting a loan rep. And what you do is that when you talk to the rep, you have an idea already of what you're going to talk about. In other words, I've told you about the cards that they offer. They offer 2 cards, right? Cashback and low interest rate. So you have the Cashback Plus World MasterCard, and then you have the Clear Value MasterCard. And you've also checked your credit score. So when you have a conversation with the banker, you know already what your credit score is, and you can ask him or her, based on your credit score, how much he or she thinks you can qualify for. Okay, and you can also bring the fact that you bank at Citizens, that you have multiple accounts with them. You have checking accounts, savings accounts. You have an IRA, you have a CD, you have a money market account, or you have an investment account. See, this is the kind of preparation I was making before when I was telling you, you need to have more asset accounts. So when you have a conversation with the rep, with the Citizens loan rep, things go smoothly because they see that you have actually parked some of your money with them, with the institution. So they'll be more willing to push your application forward. Okay, so this is really important. And the one thing I also want to say is that please do not forget that if you don't qualify for this credit card, you might qualify for a loan. If you remember, I told you that Citizens also is active in terms of lending. They do home loans, they do auto loans, they do student loans and refinancing. So you might qualify for another product. Okay, so this is something I just wanted to tell you here. Step number 7, folks. Now it's time to apply. And when it comes to applying, folks, please, you want to prioritize applying at a branch. As I said earlier, if you are lucky enough to be in the vicinity of a Citizens branch, you want to go and go there and have a conversation with folks there. You want to check things one last time with the loan rep, okay? Or you can do things over the phone. So online applications should be the last resort. Very important. So I want you to look right now on the screen here. I'm going to walk you through the application here with the credit card. So we have chosen the Citizens Bank Cashback Plus World MasterCard, and we're going to apply for this card. So you can see on the first screen here that they'll ask for your first name, last name, they ask for your date of birth and your social. Next, they ask for your mother's maiden name. They want you to put your primary phone number, and you have to specify the phone type. And if you have a secondary phone you want them to consider, you have to just input that here. Next, they're asking you for your email, and they want to have some idea of your monthly housing payments in terms of rent or mortgage, all that kind of stuff. Next, you put your mailing address, zip code, state, city. On the next slide here, they want to have an idea of your employment, right? So they want to ask you, they're asking you if you are full-time or part-time, seasonal, whatever it is, just put it there. Who your employer is, how long you have been working at that company, and how much you're making every year. And click continue. And then here on the next slide, you see here that they're asking you for additional information. Remember, you can always skip this step, okay? But this is great for folks who want to request a balance transfer, or if you want to add an authorized user other than yourself to the account. So here, this is we just skipped it. We skipped the step. Next here, you need to review and submit. So you need to review everything. You just need to review the info you just put. You could see that the application form is very, very short. And so this is you preview everything here. And the second slide, this is again showing you what you have inputted. And the third slide here, you are seeing the rates and fees table. They show you the APR. So the APR will be 15.99%, 19.99%, or 23.99% based on your credit worthiness. And the target here should be 19.99. If you have bad or fair credit, you want to target 19.99. Okay, and you just check the terms and conditions that shows that you have actually read the whole thing, even though nobody does. You have to click continue here. And on the next slide, you see here that you just submit the application and you get this notification page, application complete. They will actually review everything and they'll contact you. They'll get back to you. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was talking to you about how to get a Citizens Financial high limit personal credit card with bad or fair credit. And I actually showed you the steps. So review Citizens both credit cards. You want to check your credit score. You want to bank at Citizens. You want to explore Citizens loans. You want to consider opening an investment account. You want to contact a Citizens loans rep and apply. And last but not the least, you need to apply. And it's better to apply at a branch or over the phone. But if you can't do either of those, then apply online. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.